Hello friends, welcome to our channel Knowledge Amplifier. So today in this particular video, I am going to discuss how we can deploy Talend Job in another system. Okay, maybe we are building our Talend Job in Windows system and then our main server is AWS EMR for big data processing or Amazon EC2 Instance which is in Linux machine. So there we want to deploy our job. Is it possible? And if yes, how can we do that? That's what I am going to discuss in today's video. Okay. So before going through this particular discussion, you should have a clear idea on how to deploy Talend Job as standalone component. Okay. And run it in Windows, because the way how I am going to deploy in another system is almost same like how I deployed in Windows system in my previous video. Okay. So if you want to know that detailed explanation, you can go through the link given in the description box. Okay. Right. So let's see, we will build one dummy job, and that particular job we will first do a standalone deployment, and that particular deployment will be taking in our Amazon EC2 instance, and we will run there where our Talend system itself is not at all present. Okay, right? So let's see the job first. So this is a very simple job. I have given the name for this particular job as ELT runner. Okay, what this ELT runner is doing, it is basically reading some set of SQL queries from a particular file and then it is executing them in Snowflake. Okay, so let me go through the component one by one. So first here T pre-job, here I am creating the Snowflake connection. If you see here, all the connections I am reading from context variable. Okay, Snowflake account, then user ID, password, warehouse name, schema name and database name. In advanced setting, I have configured the region and the role. Okay, all these things it will read from the context variable. So first we need to load the context variables. So for that, this particular component is there where I am reading a file. Okay, and that particular file looks like this. As you can see here, this is kind of key value pair where all my required configurations are stored, like Snowflake account, what is the warehouse I am going to use for this particular job, what is the user ID, password. I have not given them yet. I will be configuring that later, not a problem. And then schema name, then Snowflake role, which the job will be using, Snowflake database name, Snowflake region ID, okay, in which region our Snowflake account is available. And then the last important context variable is SQL query file path, okay, where our SQL queries are present, that complete file path I am providing here. So it is inside C drive, then user, then desktop. Inside that Talend folder is there, and there I created a particular file. So let's see the execute SQL text file once. So here if I open this one, here actually I have written some SQL queries. Like first here I am creating a table in the public schema. The table name is person, and this is the schema. That is first column is person ID, which is integer, and next two column are of varchar data type. And then here I am inserting some data in that particular table. Okay, and this table will be created in which database? Basically it will be created in Ramu database. Okay, because here I have given the database name as Ramu. Okay, right? So what the job will do, the job will read that particular SQL file. So here you can see the T file input delimited is there. Here I am taking the SQL query file path. I have given the row separated as semicolon. Okay, you can see here in that SQL query file, here individual SQL query separated is semicolon at the end. So based on that, here it will split, and no need to give any field separated because only one query I want to take, that's the schema about this particular file. So here I have given only one column query to be executed. Okay, and then here header no need to give, skip empty, that is fine. And then what I am doing here, T Java flex. Here while having the iteration, here I am taking one particular row query and I am assigning that to a context.query, one particular query variable in our context. Okay, and then here I am printing that this query it is executing, and here I am making an iteration. Okay, and here using T Snowflake row component I am executing the query, and then here I am committing that. Okay, and then once all the query executions are done, here all I am doing in the post job I am closing the connection. That's all. Okay, very simple job, right? Okay, so let me just show you in Snowflake what is the status. Here you can see, if I just refresh, here Ramu database is there. Okay, in the public schema currently no table is there. So what our job will do, if our job runs successfully, then it will create a person table under public schema and it will make all this insert query. Okay, so we will do that, but here we build the job in Windows. Now we will deploy this particular job and then we will see how to run that from EC2 instance from Linux machine. Okay, so for that, here one important point to be noted. First we need to load the context variable, right? So that context variable, from which file it will load, it will basically load from this variable context.config file location. And how we can pass the config file location, that we will pass externally. I have already told you, right, in my previous video. Suppose we are running some job in Windows, then if I want to pass some context variable outside the job, then we can use this kind of command, hyphen context parameter and then Snowflake config file, and then here we can pass the config file path. Okay, like that we can basically do. So same way we'll be doing this case also. Okay, so here I will just save this particular job and then the job name is ELT runner. So here if you see here ELT runner job is there. Here all I will do, build the job. Okay, and then here I will browse and here inside iris flower I will save the zip file. Okay, make sure here cell launcher all is selected. Okay, and then here I will click on finish. So here it is deployed. So if I go to iris flower, here you will see the zip file. Okay, right? Now we need to take this particular zip file in EC2 instance. So for that I will first go to AWS management console and here I will go to S3 first. Okay, and here I will create a bucket, Talend Jobs. Okay, here what I will do, I will upload the zip file from Windows and then in EC2 I will download that particular zip file from this S3 location. Okay, some name I am giving. So here bucket is created. I will upload the zip file. Okay, so here zip file is uploading. Let it upload. By that time what I will do, I will open AWS management console in a new tab and here I will launch one EC2 instance where our Talend job will be running. Okay, so I will go to instance and then here I'll go to launch instance. I am showing just a POC, so I will use filter only, and then here I will keep all the other properties also as default one. And I will be basically using one existing key pair to launch the instance. Okay, so here instance is launching. So we need to take care of two things. Number one is to run this particular job. First thing what we require is basically this particular file. Okay, config file. And another one what is required is this particular execute SQL.txt file where all the SQL queries to be executed is stored. Okay, so these two files also we need to send to our EC2 instance. That we can do using WinSCP, not a problem. Okay, right? So here it is pending. So now EC2 instance is running. Let me check what is the state in S3. So in S3 also it is uploaded. Perfect. So I will just take the EC2 public IP and here I will go to putty. I will paste this. I will enter in this EC2 instance using the key pair. Okay. And here I will write EC2 user. Okay, fine. And here we have entered in EC2 console. So first thing we need to make sure Java is there because Talend is on Java. So many Talend components need Java requirement. So I will just install Java, sudo yum install Java openjdk. So these codes I will be providing in the description box or in the comment section. No need to worry about the comments. Okay. I want to continue. So here it is done. Perfect. Now what we will do, we we'll install unzip, because we need to unzip the Talend deployment zip file, right? So that is also done. Now we will download this particular file in our EC2 instance. So for that we need to configure the AWS CLI. So I will open security credential section and I'll be generating a key pair for this. Obviously you can use IAM based authentication also, but just for POC purpose I am using access key and secret key. Later I will be deleting that, not a problem. So here I will just take the access key. I will go to my EC2 instance. I will do AWS configure, okay, and here I will paste my access key, and then here I will take my secret key also, and here default region. So where our S3 is, if you see, the bucket is basically created in US East 1, okay. So I will just give US East 1, okay, perfect. And now what I will do, I will download this particular zip file. So I will copy the S3 URL, AWS S3 zip, okay. Copy command I will execute, and here it is downloading. Now it is downloaded. If I do ls, here ELT runner file came, okay. Now we need to unzip that, okay. So for unzipping, the command is very simple, unzip, and then here ELT runner, basically our Talend deployment zip file, okay. We'll just copy that and paste it. So here it is unzipped. If I do ls, here you will see different versions are created. If you want, you can open WinSCP and then see in a better way. So let me just enter in this particular EC2 is in WinSCP. New site, host name provided, username is EC2 user, and here I will take my key pair. So here we entered in EC2, okay. Now here you can see the right hand side our EC2 instance, okay. Here ELT runner is there. If I go inside that, here you will see that bat file, jar file, sh file is there. Now we need this Excel script, right, to run our Talend job in Linux environment. So I will just do that. So here what I will do, I will take the path, copy this, and sh, then ELT runner slash, basically I am taking the complete path, that's all. So ELT runner shell script, and this is basically our complete path for our shell script which we want to run, okay. But one thing we need to remember, we need to provide this particular config file location from outside the Talend job. So that one we will be using this kind of code what I used earlier, okay. So all we need to do, just we need to give the proper path where our Snowflake config information will be stored, okay, in the context parameter Snowflake config file, okay. That way it will be taking. And if you see here in the Talend, if I go to context, here config file location, this is the context variable. So there we will be putting the data externally, okay. It should not be Snowflake config path, whatever we have given here, that one only we need to take. So config file location we need to take. So I will just take that one, and config file location equal to this particular config file we need to send. So what I will do, I need to first make sure that execute SQL query is there in our EC2 instance, okay. So I will just do that. So here execute SQL text file is available. I will just drag and drop first here, okay. So here our execute SQL text is there, okay. So what our Talend job will do, it will read this particular file and execute all these queries. So for that it needs the path where our execute SQL.text file is there, right. So I will make sure that I am updating properly. So here basically in this particular variable it will be execute SQL.text, and apart from that I need to make sure I am giving user ID and password also, that I'll be providing, which I cannot show you. So here in the Snowflake config I have already given all the required user ID, password and all, and now I will move that in our EC2 instance, okay. So here in desktop I am having snowflake config.txt file, so I will just move that. Okay, and this is the file path. I will be copying that, and here basically our config file location is available. So this now became a generalized job. If I need to do something, all I can do, I can either change Snowflake config file if required, or else max to max I need to change this execute SQL if I want to execute different SQL query. Our Snowflake job will pick up all of them and execute one by one. Okay, right? So let's see. In Snowflake, currently the state is in the public schema, no table or nothing is there. What we should do, if I execute this particular query, we should able to see that all this execute SQL is properly coming in Snowflake. That is, first person table is created and all the insert query is also executed. Okay, let's see that. So here I will just paste this cell command. Okay, point to be noted, in this particular EC2 instance we don't have Talend. Okay, but because we have deployed a standalone, so this Talend will run without having Talend in this EC2 instance also. Okay, so here you can see first here it has executed create table, and then here it is executing all these insert queries one by one. So I can go to Snowflake and I can refresh this. Here you can see the person table is created. Okay, just now I can query this particular table also. Select star from person. Okay, first let me use this particular database, and then select start from first person. If I do, persons actually, sorry, here you will see currently 48 rows are there. Okay, but in our execute SQL, how many rows we have given? Here if you see, if I go a little below, here actually up to 100 records we basically asked to ingest. Okay, so here you can see it is inserting all those records one by one. All this Talend job is doing, here it is reading the file execute SQL query which is having semicolon delimiter, and then here main connection has given the query to be executed to the context.query, and using tdb row one by one the query is getting executed. Okay, see all the queries are executed. So now if I execute select start from persons, here I should see 100 records. Okay, so if I do 101 records. Okay, why 101 records? Because actually 101 records was there from 0, person ID 0 to person ID 100. Actually in our file, if you see here, it is starting from ID 0 and it is going up to ID 100. Okay, that's why 100 records it has executed successfully. Okay, right? Now I can change that particular execute SQL file. Let me show you. So suppose I want to execute some update query. What update query? I want to update for the person ID 8 and person ID 20. I want to make their full name as ABCXYZ. Okay, and then I want to insert 3 more record which is having ID 135, 136, 139. Earlier we were having maximum ID as 100. So let's see whether it is working or not. So before that, let me show you. Select star from persons where person ID in. So one value is 8 and one value is 20. These two we want to update. Okay, let's see that. So currently you can see it is having 2 different name and city, everything different. Now these 2 update query when we will execute, then both will be having the same name ABCXYZ, and apart from that 3 more records will be ingested. Okay, let's see whether it is working or not. All I will do, I will go to my execute SQL text. I will open that and I will remove everything. I will paste that. Okay, so now this set of queries I want to execute. That's why for this particular job I have given the name as ELT runner. Okay, because here it is running ELT job in Snowflake. You can think like that way. Okay, so here it is taking some time to update in our EC2 using WinSCP. So you can open and confirm that whether all updates are done or not. Yes, it is done. Now I can execute the same shell script again. Okay, right? Very simple. Just in the backend here, it is taking those update query and insert queries and it has executed all of them. Now if I go to select start from persons or person ID 8 and 20, here you will see for both of them the name is changed. Okay, and even if I do select start from persons, here you will see that currently 135, 136 and 139, 3 more records got inserted. Okay, maybe last one more demo, let me show you. Just I want to delete one record for person ID 32. Okay, so for that what I will do, I will open this one and here I will delete and I will paste this. I will save this one, I will close this one. Okay, and let me show you here in Snowflake what is the status for person ID 32. Okay, so here if I do select step, currently we are having a data. Okay, right? So now here we want to execute delete command using our code. So using this particular Talend standalone job, here we are running this delete query. It is executed. Now if I do select start from persons, here you will see that for the person ID 32 no rows are there. Okay, why I have shown different queries? Basically I tried to explain you that using this particular simple ELT job, you can execute any kind of SQL queries, and it is like as much SQL queries as you want. Just you have to make sure all the SQL queries whatever you want to execute that are present in a execute SQL text file. Okay, that's all. Okay, and our Talend job will execute all of them one by one. That's the beauty of this particular job. Obviously you can improve this particular job by adding try catch block and all of those. I just tried to show you that how you can deploy the Talend job in a particular environment where Talend itself is not there. Like here we have built our Talend job in Windows, but we have deployed in EC2 where Talend itself is not there. Only Java is there, and using that only we can run our standalone job. Okay, so like this way, now you can basically schedule this using some Airflow, or you can use AutoSys, this kind of scheduler for running our Talend job on daily basis, and you can orchestrate your ELT or ETL pipeline. Okay, right? So this particular job I'll be sharing in the description box also, so that you can import and play with it. Hope you have understood this. If you find this video helpful, then please like, share and comment. Subscribe our channel if you have not subscribed till now. And don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notification of our latest videos. Thank you.